Today I'll talk about Biden's new $6 trillion spending budget, the next stimulus package or American Families Plan, and how it could have a fourth stimulus check. I'll also talk about how all roads right now seem to lead to all of us paying much higher taxes. Plus, the Senate has a last-minute vote on the Capitol breach. Hello and welcome to today's May 28th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus check package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep you updated on what's going on in Washington, D.C., the economy, money, and some occasional funny news. All right, now remember, if you see this face asking you to text about money, investment, or taxes, that is a scammer. I will never offer to text you. And don't go into this weekend without signing up for the $3,000 giveaway that Casey and I are doing with prizes and cash. 10 winners are going to get amazing hats, and 10 are going to win $300 in cash. All right, I'd also like to thank today's video sponsor, Audible, but I'll tell you more about them in a minute. Okay, right away, I need some comments from my community. Has anyone in our community received the $1,000 or $2,000 IRS stimulus check for having overpaid on the first $10,200 of unemployment? The IRS keeps telling the public that these checks are going out, yet I'm not seeing anybody in the comments saying that they got their check. So will you please just write in the comments right now, no, I have not gotten the IRS stimulus check, or yes, I have. I'm just trying to be helpful to my community, but right now I'm just not finding people that are getting that check, which is worrisome to me. All right, now earlier today, a vote was held on the floor of the Senate on whether to create a commission to further investigate what happened leading up to the January 6th Capitol breach, and also what happened on the day of the Capitol breach. However, the vote failed on the Senate floor, and a commission will not happen. The vote was 54 yeses to 35 noes. 60 votes were needed for it to pass. Democrats are already saying this is further proof that we need to get rid of the filibuster rules. Senator Joe Manchin said there is no reason Republicans shouldn't have voted for an investigation. To which Mitch McConnell said, the Department of Justice is already fully investigating the matter. I'm personally hoping that the Department of Justice will release a report to the public on everything that happened leading up to that day and on that day, but we'll see. Looks like they are investigating it as of right now. All right, now regarding the $2.3 trillion spending bill, Representative Greg Steubes, I hope I said that right, of Florida said, there has been no vote on the bill because Nancy Pelosi knows she will not get the votes. She has less power than ever before and knows she won't get the votes, not even from her own party. Steubes went on to say that the main reason they can't pass the $2.3 trillion spending bill is because only 6% of the bill goes towards infrastructure and the American people know it. So they aren't going to pay higher taxes so that Pelosi and her party can slip in their pet projects. He then said, if this bill goes through, America will have the highest taxes among all developed countries. Good luck competing with China if our taxes are higher than China. Steubes said, imagine all the Democrats going back to their districts and saying, vote for me. I'm the person that made your taxes go up. It's a losing talking point, and they know it. Now, one area that they could agree on that would only cost about $150 billion to $300 billion would be another round of stimulus checks direct to the people. Now, imagine them going back to their district and saying, hey, we cut out all the wasteful spending, we didn't raise taxes, and we got the American people another stimulus check. Spending money on the American people in the form of stimulus is not wasteful spending and has been proven to lift the economy and lift the American people and doesn't carry a huge price tag. So I'm going to tell you more about stimulus and what's going on with taxes and the next Biden spending budget after I tell you about today's video sponsor. I want to thank today's video sponsor, Audible. Casey and I have been using Audible to listen to books together and apart for over 5 years now. We use Audible to get through more books because we can listen while we drive, go for a walk, or put away laundry. I can honestly say that I've been able to get through more books and learn more because of Audible. I feel like Audible has strengthened our marriage because Casey and I like to listen to the same book and then use it as something to talk about when we go out on dates or have time without our kids. While traveling in St. Thomas for our 16th anniversary, Casey and I listened to several powerful meditations. We used one Audible meditation while we watched a sunset over the ocean. It was absolutely beautiful. Now, Audible has recently expanded their selection with Audible Plus Catalog. So you can now listen to podcasts or to Audible originals. Audible literally has thousands of options to choose from. So for my community, Audible has made a very generous offer. They're going to give you a free 30-day trial to try it before you buy it. So just go to audible.com/Stephen Gardner or text Stephen Gardner to 500-500 to get your free trial today. Go sign up for your free trial right now, and I'll make sure to leave a link below. Both Republicans and Democrats would do well to look at cutting wasteful spending and adding a fourth stimulus check. It would lift the people, lift the country, and give each party bragging rights going into a campaigning year. It's already known that the Children's Monthly Stimulus Check program will give bragging rights for the upcoming election. But many on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI are still looking for their benefits to be raised as President Biden promised while campaigning. And many adults are looking for one more stimulus check to get back on their feet, which is what 80 members of Congress are calling for. Not everybody has children still in the house or has children at all. And so many adults are saying, hey, what about us? We need a little bit more help as well. Now, the Biden administration hasn't even passed the $2.3 billion Build Back Better plan or the stimulus package named the American Families Plan, which has a $1.8 trillion spending budget, which is believed to carry significantly more stimulus package programs and also possibly that fourth stimulus check. This hasn't even been passed, and Biden and the White House have already released next year's spending budget. President Biden and the White House say next year they plan to spend another $6 trillion. So they want to spend $4 now, progressives want to spend $7 now, and they want to spend $6 trillion next year. So to give some context, on its very best year, the federal government brings in just over $3 trillion in taxes, of which 80% of that comes from us. Not from businesses, from the American people. So this new budget would be double what the federal government brings in its very best year. This would be the largest federal spending budget since World War II. Part of the new $6 trillion proposed is $1.5 trillion going to the Pentagon as new money. It wouldn't shock me to see Republicans and Democrats clap back against more military spending while our country has struggles with hunger and homelessness. When asked how they would pay for this, the White House said, we'll just tax the wealthier even more. But I do have to wonder, at what point is taxing the wealthy going to lose steam? Because you can only tax people so much. And they also have the option of leaving the country. So every plan so far, the answer is we'll just tax wealthy people. But again, at some point, you tap out. Now, last week, Secretary of Treasury Janet Yellen tried to get all the developed countries to agree on a higher tax rate for everyone so that she could sell the American tax rate as something normal. Okay. However, on day one of this negotiation idea, Ireland said, nope, we're out. We'll stick with our 12.5% corporate tax rate and would love to scoop up all those American corporations that don't want to pay 28%. So Ireland was like, no way, we're not raising our taxes just so that you can pass it with your own people, and we will happily take all of the countries that want to leave the United States. Now, other countries also said, no way, we're not doing it. Right now, the Biden administration wants taxes to be higher to pay for nearly $10 trillion of spending between this year and next year. But many economists are saying this is a recipe for disaster because it will have America paying higher taxes than Europe, Ireland, South America, and China. We can't risk losing our position as the world's superpower. By the way, your superpower is giving these videos a like, and you guys do that, and I just really, really appreciate it. I hope you get something out of these videos. I put a lot of research into bringing you guys this news. All right. Now, we're still 18 months away from the 2022 elections, and each party is already starting to declare that the other party is dead. Democrats say because of Donald Trump, Republicans will never win another election again. Republicans are saying, based on wild spending and socialism-like policies under Biden, Democrats are breathing their last dying breath as a party. I find politics to be as fascinating as I do disgusting. But each party is already shooting arrows at each other. Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know from my community. During the COVID lockdown, do you feel like you have better understand politics and how our government works better than any other time? I can personally say I've read more about politics in the last year than in my entire life, and I don't really like it. All right, now, if you thought the Ohio vaccine lottery of $1 million was generous, then you need to immediately move to the state of California. Governor Gavin Newsom announced that California is doing a $116 million lottery to encourage residents to get the COVID-19 vaccine. 10 people will win $1.5 million, 30 will win $50,000, and 2 million will get a $50 gift card. Now, because it's lottery money, you'll likely have to pay 50% tax back to the state of California. So it's really like they're only giving about half as much. Now, you'll remember a few months ago, California was going bankrupt, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said her state needed the stimulus money in order to survive. However, now they're doing a $100 billion stimulus package and a $116 million lottery to get people vaccinated. So California must have more money than they let on, or it could be the fact that Governor Newsom is being recalled because of his harsh lockdowns and being a hypocrite, going out to dinner several times, breaking his own rules. That new election cycle will start this November. Even YouTuber Meet Kevin is running against Governor Newsom. So California, you might want to move there if you want to win some lottery money, or you might want to move out if you hate paying high taxes. All right, now this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Before you go, make sure to get your email registered for the $3,000 of prizes and cash that Casey and I are giving away, and check out Audible. They really are amazing, or else I would not be telling you about them. Hey, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.